This is the Poco X3 NFC, one of the surprises of 2020 nobody saw coming. And 2020 has been or was full of surprises depending on the time that you are watching this video. The Poco X3 NFC is quite an amazing, delightful surprise though. And this is my unboxing and first impressions video of the Poco X3 NFC coming up next.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Cyber Reviews. Now, first of all, this phone launched for just about $200 for the base model of 6 gigs RAM and 64 gigs of storage. And as at the time of making this video, you can get it for about $235 for the 64 gig variant. And if you add an extra $25, you are going to get the 128 gig storage variant. So I'm going to be leaving links in the description for this phone and any other phone I'm going to mention in this video. The phone comes in two color variants, there's gray and blue. Now because gray is boring, I got the blue version. So let's just look at the unboxing experience and see what this phone has to offer. If you take a look at the box, you see that at the front it says Poco X3 NFC. I don't know why Xiaomi chose to emphasize the NFC so much. I thought all phones nowadays have NFC, or is that like a feature which is found in just flagship phones only? Let me know in the comments below. At the side, it says, with easy access to the Google apps you use most. Oh my, this is a direct attack. Like, it's not even a shade, it's a direct attack on Huawei. In case you are confused, Huawei, which is a Chinese phone manufacturing company and more, okay, can no longer use Google mobile services on its devices. So you don't have Google Play Store to download most of the apps you use and more. I have a more detailed video on that, so you can click the card above to watch that. However, one amazing Huawei phone that still has Google Play services is the Huawei Nova 5T, and I'll be doing a comparison of these two phones soon. So kindly subscribe to my channel and turn on all notifications so you do not miss that video. And of course, Xiaomi is also another Chinese phone. So this is like a direct attack on the Huawei phones which were released in 2020. Now, if you're new to my channel, I do mobile phone reviews, mobile app reviews, and I bring to you affordable gadget reviews to help you make an informed decision when making your next purchase. If my voice sounds terrible, that's because I'm suffering from like a very terrible cold, and it's not what you're thinking, okay? So when you open the box, you get a package which contains the user guide, the warranty, your transparent case, and the SIM tool. Next, you have the phone itself, and we'll put the phone aside for now and look at the other items in the box. So we have a white charger to power your phone. Now this is a huge charger, 33 watts fast charging adapter to power the battery of the Poco X3, which is also a very huge battery, a 5160 milliamperes battery. Like whenever I see any battery which is like 5000 and above, I get super excited because it lets me know that this phone, I don't need to charge it at all during the day. Like if I charge once, it can last me a day or two, and that's really amazing. Now, connecting the adapter to the phone is a USB-C cable, and it is interesting to see that there's no pair of earphones in the box. So now let us take a look at the phone itself. On the wrapper, it shows the main specs of the Poco X3. First of all, it has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G processor. Now that G stands for GOAT. Yeah, greatest of all time, because this phone at this price point is definitely the GOAT of value phones. The next major feature is the 120Hz 6.67 Full HD Plus display. And this is a high refresh rate, and high refresh rate seems to be like the most important feature in phones in 2020. But does it really make much of a difference to you? Like, have you used a phone which has a high refresh rate, and did it like really improve the performance or the perceived performance of the device? Let me know in the comments below. Now, it highlights a 64 megapixel AI quad camera and a 20 megapixel selfie camera. Now, we'll do an in-depth camera review in a different video. Then finally, it shows the battery and charging speeds that we have already mentioned. Now, a quick look at the back of the phone shows us the unique camera layout in a year where like every phone has this squarish or rectangular camera cutout. This one is kind of very unique. Okay, this phone is very beautiful. What? Look at the gradient colors on this phone. You will think it was made of glass, but it is made of plastic. The Poco logo is very prominent. I guess Xiaomi must be really proud of this device. With this camera cutout as well, you are assured to be the most unique person in the room. On the right hand side of the device, we have the power button, which has the fingerprint sensor embedded in it. Passing my finger on the button, it feels very rough, like it has some small teeth on it. Think of the tongue of a cat, like, yeah, that feeling. That's exactly how it is. At the bottom, we have an earphone, 3.5mm slot, USB-C port, a microphone, and a speaker grill. I still do not understand why an earphone was not added in the box. Well, I guess they wanted to take the lead. I hear Apple will not be adding a charging adapter to their box either. So, okay, so let us power on the device and set it up. Once you turn it on, you see the Poco logo and you proceed to set up the device. I skipped a lot of the stuff and proceeded to set up my fingerprint. To set your fingerprint, you need to set a pin first. So I set it to 1234, which is the best and most secure password ever. And then this took a while to add my fingerprint to it. Now we are presented with a home screen and time to test the 120Hz refresh rate. This is my first device running a 120Hz refresh rate, so I will give you my feedback later in my full review video. So right now, I can see there are lots of apps already installed, including games, but I don't see the most important game of all, Among Us. So I will just proceed to uninstall all the games, and then going through the list of apps, I see this phone has radio. Nice! People in third world countries do love their radios. Testing the fingerprint sensor, I can see it is pretty fast. It is as fast as the fingerprint sensor on the Nova 5T, but I would have to do like a comparison video to see which of them is faster. Now let us take a quick peek at the camera on this device and see. Well, first, selfie looks really good as expected. Like, I'm a very handsome guy. After all, don't you agree? I also see this device has a remote infrared functionality. On the lock screen, just swipe right and you would find it. And this is a really handy and useful feature. I love it. The Poco X3 has Android 10 and 6 gigs of RAM, powering it for a really smooth user experience. The phone feels really heavy, and after using it for just 10 minutes, I see a lot of smudges caused by my fingers at the back. Like, there are so many fingerprints. So do make sure to put on the case, which comes bundled with the phone. I'm also going to leave links for really cool, amazing, very, very beautiful cases that you can buy for your Poco phone so that you can stand out and have that unique personality. Now let me know which areas you'd want me to cover in the full review and comment your thoughts on the Poco X3 NFC below. Thanks, Bibre.